Good afternoon, everyone. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP Bangladesh. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the afternoon. My name is Yarni Satya Chaudhary and I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. IGP is a social and ISO certified international training institute. In 3 years, we already served 3 million knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 250 plus professions and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional, IGP and ISO 9001, 2015 and 10002, 2018 is the training faculty for skill development, which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualifications. The Institute of Global Professional is an educational institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve students and community resource providing holistic social work and education. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, and we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar, courses, awards, quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling. On the other side, we are also trying to serve more than 100 million service for free, like we own for free website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and one knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge, which can upgrade all day. We have to empower youth to learn to meet the expectation and dreams and become highly skilled people. We implement several trainings, programs, webinars, and offline online courses for youth and learners by professional trainers, speakers, and coaches. We ensure excellent in-depth instruction we arrange with qualified trainers, speakers, and instructors. We extend free services to more than 3 million knowledge seekers in the last 3 years. We have affiliations with universities and organizations in 70 different countries. Virtual home signing with many colleges and organizations have been accomplished. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professional. We believe that knowledge is love, light, and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and we serve them in both research and practical as well. Before you move to the next, let me remind you, don't forget to share, tag, and mention your face in the comment box. Your support is very valuable to us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, you already completed 1,273 webinars successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, you already completed 1,273 webinars successfully. At present, now we are going to start our 1,274, and the program name is Importance of Communication Skill Among Students. And today we have our speaker name is Ma'am Dr. M. Deepa M.Com CA MPL PhD India. She's from India. Before I hand over the stage to our ma'am, I want to share a very little about our speaker. She's an assistant professor, PhD Department of Commerce, CA, Nala Muhto Gounder Mahalingam College, Pollachi, Tamil Nadu, India. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, please give some description about yourself, then you can start your presentation.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
So much of noises, ma'am.
Where is noise? I can. Hello, ma'am.
Ma'am, so much of noise, I'm unable to speak, ma'am.
In my side.
Yes, ma'am.
Why, ma'am? There is no sound.
For me, I'm unable to speak, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, no issues. I start, ma'am. Good afternoon to
Okay.
all. I'm Dr. M. Deepa, working as assistant professor in the Department of BCom CA, Nalamuthakonda Mahalingam College, Pollachi. Before I'm going to my presentation, I would like to give my heartfelt thanks to Institute of Global Professional Development as well as my college for giving me this wonderful opportunity. The topic which I'm going to discuss is importance of communication skill among students. So nowadays, communication skill is very important. It plays an important role in all the areas, not only students, in all the places, communication skill is very important. So we have to express our what we are thinking. It is known as communication. So the ability to convey or share ideas and feelings effectively only with the help of this communication. So if we are, what we are thinking, we have to express in clear way. So the other person also must be understand the concept what we are coming to see, to allow the others and yourself to understand about what we are coming to see. Information is more accurately and quickly. So we can share the information and we can gain the information. We can receive the information quickly with the help of this communication skill. The process by which information is exchanged between individuals or a communication common system for it may be symbols, signs, or behavior, whatever it may be. But the communication skill is express our ideas or information from one to another is called as a communication skill. So the communication skill consists of presentation skills, negotiation skills, negotiation skills, and um, uh, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Is there any problem? I can't hear you, ma'am.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, now I
Okay,
can.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, the communication skill. The communication consists of presentation skills, negotiation skills, business writing skills, influencing skills, cross-cultural communication, win-win conservation, selling skills, teamwork building. It all consists of this communication skills. So the communication skill, it may be also a oral communication, maybe a written communication, and we can present what we are thinking. Then it influence the others to listen to us about what we are thinking. And it is also negotiation and conflict management, and it is also a language. It all consists of this communication skills. and essentials of communication skills. So once sitting in a common place, anyone take a class or something, we have to listen. So it is also one of the communication skills. So listening also is very essentials for communication skills. And essentials for communication skills is written communication and oral communication, non-verbal communication and visual communication, active listening and contextual communication. These are all the essential types of communication skills. So verbal, non-verbal, written, listening and visual is also some of the types of communication skills. And communication skills consist of emotional intelligence, cohesion and clarity must be there. So what I'm thinking, I have to clearly explain the concept and we have to communicate with them. So friendliness, it must be a very friendliness. Don't be in rigid form to express our thinking or information or whatever it may be. We have to give in a friendly forms. Don't in a rigid way, don't be in a strictly way. So we have to communicate with the others in the friendly manner and confidence. So if we express some points, we must have be confident. So don't have a doubt everything. So if we are having confident 100% if it is correct, then we can express that to another person. So confidence might be there, then empathy must be there, then respect. So we have to respect others and we have to listen. So once anyone can talk, we have to listen them and open-mindedness. These are all the communication skill importance. Then it's a variety of communications, interpersonal communication, verbal communication is there, non-verbal communication is there, and written communication is there, then oral communication also there, then visual communication is there, then listening communication. So what we are having with us, we have to express to the others. So it might be in written form, it may be in oral form, it may be in listening form, it may be in variety of communication skills are there. So we have to express our thinking in any other one of the ways, like written or oral or listening or visual, verbal communication or non-verbal communication likewise. Then what are the characteristics of effective communication is clear. So we have to explain the concept in a clear form. So if I'm thinking something, I have to clearly explain to the others that then only the opposite person may be understand what we are coming to say. And it must be a concise one, and it is a concrete one, and it must be a correct one, and it is a coherency. So coherence must be there. If I'm telling one point, then followed by the next point I have to explain. So if I'm explaining one point, then jump to another point, it is not a way to explain in a effective way. So it must be a coherency must be there. Then qualities of good communication, it must be authentic and honest must be there and open. It is some qualities of good communication. If I'm a communicator, it must be authentic and it must be a honest one and it must be an open. And engaging, and we have to engage the others for how long we are talking. Then it must be an interesting one, it must be an approachable one. So we have to engage for, if I'm taking half an hour, I have to engage half an hour with the listeners, and it must be an interesting one and it is an approachable. Then listen actively, attentively, and with understanding also must be there. If I'm talking in with my side, there is I must know whether the opposite persons are listening to my speech or not. If they are listening, my speech might be good or better. If they are not listening, my speech is not a good effective way to communicate with others. So listening actively and attentively and with understanding also there. So if they are starting to listen, we can understand the concept easily. So as a teacher or as a student, we have to communicate with our teachers or students, and we have to check whether the students are listening to our points, and if they are asking questions, we have to answer them. So that is one type of communication. One type of communication, and we use appropriate body language and facial expressions, maintain good eye contact, and show empathy. So while we are communicating with others, we have body language must be there. So just we are sitting and we are explaining the concept is not it is not a good way. So we have body language also there and facial expression. So we have to show what we are coming to say now with the help of our face expressions and eye contact must be there. So we have to contact all the person those who are sitting inside the class or inside the room, and we have to show the empathy also. So these are the some qualities of good communication. So authentic must be there and honest must be there, and we have to engage the time which we are speaking with the students, or it must be an FTP, or it must be in workshop or whatever it may be. So we have to engage for that time we are spending, and we have to talk with interesting one. So if we started to take a class, or we have to bring the students interestingly, then we can start the classes. So when I was doing my schooling side, so when the teacher entered into the class, suddenly they are start their class. So they give some stories, and we bring them inside the class. Then they start the class. Then they can start to take a class. So then we are interestingly listening the class, and then we'll move on to the subject side. So that is the engagement. So we have to bring the students like that. So we have to engage them, and we have to interest in them, and we have to approach in a different manners and listening them actively, attentively with good understanding. So if we are started to listen, we have attended the class properly, then we started to understand the concept what they are coming to say, and we have to use the body language, facial expressions, eye contact, and we have to show the empathy also. So these are some qualities of good communication skills. So in olden days, the communication skill, it is a healthy communication skill for the students. So just in, the staff sitting, and around here the students are sitting. So they are communicate with one another. So the students communicate with the teacher will communicate with the students. So it is a healthy competition for the students. So this is the way we can improve the communication skills. So it is a healthy communications for students. So like from kids onwards, we have to express and we have to show the how we are healthily communicate with others. They might be no. Then why we need communication skill for students? So for the students learning good communication skills, so they have to learn a good communication skills. So the students, whatever they are they are having all the potential ability to express. They are having inside they are having, but they are not able to express their views to others. So that is what the students need good communication. If they are having a good communication skills, they are expressing their ideas, informations, or whatever they are having to the others. So once they are completed their schooling, then they move on to college. Then they go for job. So they have to cross all the areas. So they want to cross all the areas successfully. They need a good communication skills. So they must be a good communication skill from school onwards. So they are regularly practicing it. So the communication skill must be in a English. So if they are good in English, they can know how they want to express their ideas to someone. So the opposite also must be understand what we are coming to say. So the students must be a good learning skills inside so they are having. So involve reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So the communication skill involves. So the students must be able to read the points, read the newspapers or journals or whatever it may be. Then they are once they started doing like that, they are increasing their communication skills. So they start from the reading, then writing. So from my college onwards, my teacher asked me to read loudly so we can gain a good communication skill. So once we started to read loudly, we are started to have a good communication skill. We started to try a communication skill. Then we started to write. So just we give conversation between doctors and the patient, teachers and student, and employer and employee. Likewise, we ask the students to write the conversations between those two persons, friends, among teachers, among parents, so whatever it may be. So we ask them to write a conversation. So first we have to ask them to read the concept or read the newspaper loudly. So their communication skill must be improved. then writing skill also getting improved by way of giving a conversation between the two persons like parents, teachers, and their neighbors, their relatives. Likewise, we ask them to write the conversation, and we just display some audios, visuals, then ask them to listen, and ask them to give a story of that what they have listened in previously. So their listening capacity also getting increased and speaking. And finally, they start to speak. Then they can 100% they can able to communicate with others without any hesitation. So it involves a reading, writing, listening, and speaking. It all consist of communication skill. Definitely, students at practice they will improve their communication skills. It will not only help for their socialization and also their increase their class performance, but will serve them well in all the areas of their lives. So once the students are communicate properly, they can survive in their life for a long time. And it is not only communication is important for the student level, even teachers also need important role. The communication skill is plays an important role for the teachers also. And it is effective way of communication in the classrooms. So because the communication skill is important role in the teacher side also. So this is the way we have to show the effective communication in classroom for teachers in the classroom. Then importance of communication. Why we need this communication is important. So first one is base of coordination. So if we want to have coordination between two persons, we need communication. So once I started to speak, the opposite person must be listen till the completion of the opposite persons. So that's why we need a communication skill. Then smooth working of an enterprise. So in an enterprise or it may be an industry or whatever it may be. So if we want to have a smooth working inside the company or inside the enterprise, there must be a good communication skill. So one for example, in an industry there is 5 to 6 department is there. So they have to communicate with each department very oftenly. So where there is a lack of communication, the work is there isn't problematic. So to avoid those problems, we need a good communication skill. So communication is between. If there is any lack in the communication, the whole operations will be problematic. So if we want to work for in a smooth way, we need a communication. So we have one department, for example, purchase department communicate with the sales department communicate with the finance department communicate with the other department. So there is a smooth relationship among the departments. The work also going in a smooth way. So there is a smooth and smart work inside the enterprise. We need a communication skill. So we have to show the ideas or informations what we are having, and they have to give the informations regarding the work also. Then ways of decision making. So once we need to take a decision making, we need communication. So for example, in a company, they want to take decisions in any purchase of raw material, whatever it may be. So from lower heads to upper heads, there is a communications must be there, because in lower places the laborers are involving, then marketers are there, and who is that middlemen agents are working. So they are directly contact with the customers to they receive information about their product, and that information will be passed to the top management. So based on that information, they are taking decision making. So here the information is received from the customer, and the customer's information will be passed to top management through this middleman agent. So here the communication is very important. So with the help of this information, only the top management will take decisions. So that is why base of decision making also the communication is very important one. Enhancing managerial efficiency, so we can gain the management skills also we can gain, so with the help of this proper communication. So if we are not having a good proper communication skill, it is we are lacking in some way. So to avoid those problems, we must communicate with all the staff members or all the students, those who are working inside the company or those who are working inside the classroom. So enhance the managerial skill efficiency. Then promotion of cooperation and industrial peace. So there must be cooperation among the employees or it might be in students. So if we take an institutions, we are having a students. If we are taking the companies, if we are having the employees. So there is a promotion of cooperation among the students as well as the employees and industrial peace. So the students or the employees they wants to work with in a peaceful manner. They need a communication skill. So if there is any lack, the all the problem, all the process will be getting collapsed. So it is very important because of this promotion of cooperation among the employees or as well as the students and industrial peace. Then establishment of effective leadership qualities only with the help of this communication. So if we any side, if we are having a lack of communications or if we behind the students or employees, we need some effective leadership qualities. So, if we show our qualities, we have to communicate with them properly. So, we have to share the information to the employees or it might be a student. So, we need establishment of effective leadership. We need communication and moral building and motivations among the students or as well as employees we need so just we express our ideas or informations what we are thinking, so then only the others will understand what I am thinking about this informations or whatever it may be. So just to express idea is called as a communication. So why the communication is important means we need a cooperation coordination among the works and smooth work inside the organization, and we need to take a decision making properly, and we need managerial efficiency and cooperation and industrial peacefully working. We need communication and establishment of effective leadership and moral building and motivation of the employees or students. We need communication skills. So if we are taking any decisions, we have to communicate with the others. Then only the others may know. So these are all the steps which we have taken inside the class or inside the company or inside the whatever it may be. So just we have to express or we have to show the ideas to the others. It is called as a communication. So that's why we have said that these are all the different ways why we need this communication is important or needs of communications. Then important elements. So in a communication skill, what are the important elements of communication skill is, so first one is sender. So sender is a very important person, ones who send a message to other one. They are called as a sender. So here the first and most important element in the communication is sender. So a sender is a person who send a message to other one. So he must be an very challenging person. So what he is thinking, what he is having information, he must be expressed to the other one. So the receiver will understand the concept who send message from the sender side. So objective. So objective was the major important elements of communication skill. So if I'm communicating, there must be any one object or aim. So if I'm sharing this information, because of the information, it will be achieved something. So that is called as an objective. Then message. So we must send some in the form of messaging and dispatch something. Then time place factor is very important within the prescribed time. We don't need to take so much of time to express our information or sharing ideas to other one. So medium. So whether I'm communicating in Tamil or in English or in Malayalam or whatever it may be. So the medium is very important elements of communication skill. Then reception. Then receiver. Receiver also must understand the concept what we are sending or receiving message, then understand. So it is very important one that if I am sending message to other one, the others must be a receiver or they understand the concept what I am coming to say. Then response. So after receive the message by the receiver, they have to respond what I am asking this question. So these are the important elements of a communication skill. Then essentials of communication skill for business. So once the students are completed a school level and college level, they go on for working. So in that time, in that situation, why the communication skill is important means they need some presentation skills. So if I'm working in some company, I need the students must be need a presentation skills. So if they ask you to present their product or whatever it might be, so we need some presentation skills and negotiation skills also there. Then business writing skills. So in a company, they ask us to write content about the product or content related to the company or content related to the management. So if they are asked to write, we need some writing skills also we need. So not only the presentation skills, we need some writing skills. So once started to write, then we recoup, we can gain a presentation skills also there. So when in the starting stage we did some mistakes, but it goes on in future. So definitely we are getting some writing skills and presentation skills we can improve. Then influencing skills, then it is a way to influence to improve our skills. It is one of the influencer to increase our skills for individuals. Then cross cultural communication is also there. Then win-win conservation also there. Selling skills also there. Then team building, teamwork building, here it improves. So if we are working for long time, we can form a team. Then we can lead the team for long time with a good teamwork. So teamwork works. So if we are having good communication skill, we can form a team. Then we can work and for long time that team. So we can win the team. So that's why they say that teamwork works. So here the work is not individual. If you form a team, then we can build the teamwork also. We can complete that work with a small and easy way to complete the work. So these are all the skills for the essentials for communication skill in a business. So in a business, why need this communication skill? Means these are all the important elements for the communication skill in the business. So career enhancement skills, it includes communication skills for among students. So communication skills, interview skills, resume building, expert lecturers, aptitude test, end-to-end mock text interview experience, mock group discussions and presentation skills. So these are all the different career enhancement skills for the students while they are attending their interviews. So first communication skills. So the students must communicate with the person, those who take an interview. So once we start complete the college, we'll go for the placement. So there we need proper communication skills. Unless otherwise, the company won't select you. So you must have a proper communication skills. Proper communications means what you know you have to express to the others. It might be information or it might be information, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be, you must communicate with the others. The interview skills. So once people started to take an interview, they are checking whether you are having this interview skill or not. So you have to improve your interview skills also. Then you have to prepare your resume building. Resume, you have to prepare your resume in a proper way. Then expert lecturers also there. So experts means those who are experts in the field, they are giving the lecturers. Then after test. So if the company wants to check your IQ test. They have some aptitude test, so that in that case also you have to get passed. Then only they will select you as a worker in that particular company. Then end-to-end mark interview experience. So there is a mark test interview also there. Then if we are having that mark interview, then we are practicing that where we are luck. So we can once we started to do that mark interview, we can overcome the problem in the futures also. Then mark group discussions also there. Then once we started after test, then mock interview, then we can have a mock group discussions also there. So there they have given the title, so we have to speak. There also they are check whether you are having a good communication skill or not. So if you are having a good communication skill, then only they will select us in the company. Otherwise, they are reject you. So you must have a presentation skills. So these are all the career enhancement skills among the students in their future planning. So if I want to have a good career plan, I have to do all the things. So I want to be an aptitude test. I want to complete my aptitude test and mock test, mock interview, group discussion, and resume and interview skill. And most probably I need a good communication skills. So, and also a presentation skills. So the interview people ask me to present something, any topic. I need the skills to express my feelings or something. I want to express. So these are all the career enhancement skills for the students while they are attending the interview. So communication skill is important, interview skill is important, resume building is important, expert lecturers is important. Expert lecturers means while they are attending the class, they are giving some lectures, so they must keep in their mind for long time. If they communicate to the interview people, they will realize that whether they are qualified persons for our job or not. Then after test must be there in mock interview and mock group discussion and presentation skills. So build a classroom your students can call home. So yes, so classroom, we can build a classroom your students can call as a home. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our non-speaker surely. After your presentation, I hope our non-speaker can learn something new, which is our only impression. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation. Now,
Thank you,
it's,
ma'am.
now it's time for our question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinars. Honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we'll be back in our session part 2, which is our question answer part. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Dear IGP knowledge, it's time for our question answer part. You can ask in our comment box. You can ask your question in our comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have webinar certification and online quiz competition. Once again, welcome back everyone. It's time for our question answer session. Participate a request to ask the question in our comment box as much as you want to know from us. Please welcome back our ma'am. Once again, welcome back, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Here I will not please seeker. If you have any question, you can ask in our comment box. Our speaker answered those questions. Please ask your question. First question from Rosalia. How can we say the feedback is very important in communication?
A good question, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
So feedback is also a good communication skill because once we started to give the feedback, it is very important that we can start from the next session. So fe-
Thank you, ma'am. Dear IGP participant, we are still waiting for your question. If you have any question, you can ask. Dear IGP participant, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from us. Speaker, thank you. After question answer, we have a business certification and online quiz competition. Then second question from Maria. How to improve communication when communication is good in diverse students?
so we have because the communication skill is important to the students because so just we ask the students. We just ask the students.
Ma'am, I think in your audio, in your microphone have problem. There is
No,
no,
ma'am.
ma'am, there is no noise because
I
we
am
don't use.
unable to speak, ma'am. So much of noise, the earrings are getting started to
Ma'am,
pain,
no,
ma'am.
ma'am, there is no problem
Okay,
because
ma'am.
we don't use any phone
Okay.
microphone. It's
Okay, ma'am.
directly
Okay,
audio.
ma'am.
So I think
Okay, ma'am. So communication skill is important for all the students. So the diverted students, we ask them to sit and we have to talk with them. So what they are facing the problem. So just we
শেষ হয়ে গেছে প্রোগ্রাম তো শেষ হয়ে গেছে স্যার আমি প্রোগ্রামে স্যার ma'am, there is no more question. We covered all of our question.
okay, ma'am.
Once again, thank you so much, Honorable Ma'am, for your time
Okay,
in
ma'am.
agency. We have learned a lot from you with new topics. It will add some value to our daily activity along with our academic and professional work. Honorable Sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and visit it. Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Bye.
Before, ma'am, before you move to the next webinar certification process, if you want to leave this studio, you can.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. There is even only 6 time for our most engaging part quiz session. If you want to join our quiz session, please follow my instruction carefully. First, you have to go www.study.com. Then you have to enter the code global IGP. You have to enter the code global IGP. And don't forget to mention your keys to join our quiz session. After short video, we'll be back. So please stay with us and enjoy our quiz session. IGP knowledge seekers. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, it's time for our online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. First, you have to go www.slido.com, then find today's quiz or scan this QR code for direct joining. Quiz code is global IGP. Quiz code is global IGP. It is easy to join the quiz part, so mention your friends to join the quiz competition. If you want to join our quiz session, please go to www.globaligp. Your IGP knowledge seeker. If you want to join our quiz session, first you have to go www.slido.com. Then you have entered the code, and the code is global IGP. Already 25 people join with us. Already 25 people join with us. We are still waiting for your joins. Please everyone join. Already 28 people join with us. Hmm? Our first question is repeating is not an effective communication skill. Option 1 true. Second option is false. Option 1 is true. Second option is false. Repeating is not an effective communication skill. Is it true or false? Correct answer is false. And 73% people are right. Our next question is skill. Option 1 an ability to do an activity or job well. Option 2 is English language as it is spoken and written in the UK. Option 1 is skill an ability to do an activity or job well. Second option is English language is as it is spoken and written in the UK. And the correct answer is option 1 an ability to do an activity or job well, and 91% people are right. To the next question, communication. Option 1 the exchange of information between at least two individuals. Second option is someone who is famous. And the correct answer is option 1. Now move to the next question. The question is acronym communication. Option 1 communication not happening or done at that time. Second option is situation comedy. And the correct answer is option 1. The next question classroom communication. Option 1 how the interaction in the classroom takes place. Second option is serious exchange of opinion among people that disagree. Classroom communication is it option 1 or option 2? Correct answer is option 1. The next question curricular communication. Option 1 conduct in a curricular manner around the main point. Second option is active of making SD or STG attracts interest from people. And the correct answer is option 1, and 81% people are right. Move to the next question. Channel communication is it option one, a medium for communication or the passage of information. Second option is a mountain transparency, especially placed in a projector. Option one, a medium for communication of the passage of information. Second option is the mountain transparency, especially placed in a projector. The right answer is option one. Next question. Synchronous communication, option one. People communicate since it happens in real time. Second option is focus on developing communicative competence. And the correct answer is option one, 94% will right. Our next question. Multimodal communication, option one. Characterized by several different modes of communication. Second option is used in situation in which natural language is unsuitable. Characterized by several different modes of communication. Second option used in situation in which natural language is unsuitable. And the correct answer is option one, and 97% will right. Our last and final question is dash learning is a skill that is highly beneficial to university student. Option one, autonomous. Second option, educate. And the correct answer is option one, autonomous, and 57% will right. Congratulations, Jenny and Wheeler. In second position, we have Nia. In third position, we have Nico, then Asmero. In fourth position, we have Evelyn P. Webbery. In fifth position, we have Kia Cardevara. At the end moment of our session, we can say, congratulations, our top 10 quiz competition winner. We have all of your name which you entered during joining. We'll pick your name from Slido and prepare certificate and we'll post them on our Facebook official page and group. Our Facebook official page and group name is Institution of Global Professional. Congratulations to our webinar online quiz competition our top 10. Congratulations again. Slido will take a few minutes for the finalizing the result and after that we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on your official Facebook page and Facebook page and group name is Institution of Rural Professional. At the end moment of our session, we can say properly feel your skill. Never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in our MP program. If you want to live a happy life, try to go not a people or things Albert understand. Before I say or hit the end live button again, also thanks to all IGP University for your active participation as always. See you in the next session. Till then, stay happy and blessed. Thank you everyone.